Within the boundaries of today's Bosnia and Herzegovina, there have been many layers of prehistoric cultures whose creation and disappearance are linked to migrations of unidentified ethnic groups. Prehistory. The Paleolithic in Bosnia is marked by the oldest Paleolithic monument in southeastern Europe, the engravings in Bidanj cave near Starlac in Herzegovina. A magnificent one-is horse attacked by arrows, preserved in fragments and dated around 141–2000 BC, during the time when Neolithic cultures were appearing in Bosnia and Herzegovina. There existed interesting mixtures of Mediterranean and Pannonian cultures. Herzegovina was under the influence of Impresso ceramics from the Western Mediterranean, as seen in Green Cave near Mostar, Kari near Starlac, Lizišići near Konjic and Pekem Lini near Gruda. People then lived in caves or simple settlements on hilltops, on the upper mainstream of the Bosna River, and in northeast parts of Bosnia, people lived in wooden houses built by the river. In this culture era we can see influences from Adriatic cultures in the south and the Starčević culture in the northeast. Original expressions of this culture are ceramic pots on 4 legs, called written. We can also find them in the Danilo culture on the Croatian coast. Due to these objects, Karkanj culture is considered a part of the wide circle of Neolithic populations that followed a cult of life force. The Butmir culture near Sarajevo is distinctive, with fine glazed ceramics and miscellaneous geometrical decorations. Figures from Butmir are unique sculptures modeled with hand. Heads are almost like portraits with emphasized parts of body. Bronze Age settlements in Herzegovina were built like citadels, and in Bosnia we have necropolises with stone tumuli. During this time, bronze arms, decorated plates, flat necklaces, and fibulas were decorated with a specific geometrical style of engraved ornament. Illyrian period. The bronze culture of the Illyrians, an ethnic group with a distinct culture and art form, started to organize itself in today's Slovenia, Croatia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Serbia, Kosovo, Montenegro, Albania and parts of northern Greece. From 8th century BC, Illyrian tribes evolved into kingdoms. The earliest recorded kingdom in Illyria was that of the Oshel in the 8th century BC. The era in which we observe other Illyrian kingdoms begins approximately at 400 BC and ends at 167 BC. The Autoriatae Undiploreas were considered to have been a kingdom. The kingdom of the Rda began at 230 BC and ended at 167 BC. The most notable Illyrian kingdoms and dynasties were those of Bardalus of the Dardani and of Agran of the Ardea, who created the last and best-known Illyrian kingdom. Agran ruled over the Ardea and had extended his rule to other tribes as well. For the 7th century BC, bronze was replaced by iron, after which only jewelry and art objects were still made out of bronze. Illyrian tribes, under the influence of Hallstatt cultures to the north, formed regional centers that were slightly different. A very important role in their life was the cult of the dead, which is seen in their careful burials and burial ceremonies, as well as the richness of the burial sites. In northern parts, there was a long tradition of cremation and burial in shallow graves, while in the south the dead were buried in large stone or earth tumuli that in Herzegovina were reaching monumental sizes, more than 50 meters wide and 5 meters high. Chapodian tribes had an affinity to decoration. In the 4th century BC, the first invasion of Celts is recorded. They brought the technique of the pottery wheel, new types of fibulas and different bronze and iron belts. They only passed on the way to Greece, so their influence in Bosnia and Herzegovina is negligible. Celtic migrations displaced many Illyrian tribes from the former lands, but some Celtic and Illyrian tribes mixed. Concrete historical evidence for this period is scarce, but overall it appears that the region was populated by a number of different peoples speaking distinct languages. In the Neretva Delta in the south, there were important Hellenistic influence of the Illyrian Dors tribe. Their capital was Daosin in Ossanichi near Starlak, the main center of ancient culture in Bian-Amp-H. Daosin in the 4th century BC was surrounded by megalithic, 5 meters high stone walls, composed of large trapezoid stone blocks. Dors made unique bronze coins and sculptures. Roman period. Conflict between the Illyrians and ancient Romans started in 229 BC. In the year 168 BC, the land of Illyrians became the Roman province of Illyricum. Rome completed its annexation of the region in 9, ending a 3-year rebellion of Illyrians against Romans. In year 10, Illyria was divided and the northern strip of today's Bosnia along the south side of the Sava River became part of the new province of Pannonia. The rest of what is today Bosnia, Herzegovina, Montenegro, Dalmatia, and western Serbia became part of the Roman province of Dalmatia. In the Roman period, Latin-speaking settlers from all over the Roman Empire settled among the Illyrians, and Roman soldiers were encouraged to retire in the region. Several towns of today's Bosnia were founded under Roman rule. For example, the town of Blagarj on the Buna River is built on the site of the Roman town of Bona. Roman Bosnia enjoyed a huge development, with many Roman via and castra, and an economy based on the exploitation of mines. Christianity had already arrived in the region by the end of the 1st century, and numerous artifacts and objects from the time testify to this. Following events from the years 337 and 395, when the Roman Empire split, Dalmatia and Pannonia were included in the Western Roman Empire. The region was conquered by Huns, and later by the Ostrogoths in 455. The Ostrogoth kingdom was defeated by Byzantine Empire in the Gothic War by the Emperor Justinian I, and the area was reconquered for the Byzantine Empire.